Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the Oppo F5 is out now, and in this video I'm gonna compare it against the Huawei's Mate 10 Lite. So let's get into the video, and starting off with the physical specs, we're gonna have fully aluminum body on both handsets. The screen size is gonna be 5.9 inch on the Mate 10 Lite versus 6 inch on the F5, and both handsets are coming with 18:9 longer displays like the Mate 10 Pro. In terms of the size, both handsets are almost the same, and as both handsets are coming with the bezel-less design, they have high screen to body ratio, which is gonna be 78% on the F5 versus 76% on the Mate 10 Lite, means a bit more wider bezels on the Mate 10. And as for the weight, there's not gonna be a huge difference between both handsets. The fingerprint scanner is gonna be at the back and on-screen buttons on both handsets, and both handsets are not coming with the USB Type-C port. There's gonna be micro USB port along with the headphone jack. At last, we're not gonna have any protection against water on both handsets. Coming to the display, and there's gonna be IPS LCD screen on both handsets and 2160 by 1080p Full HD Plus resolution, so they are gonna be more than 400 pixels per inch on their screens. On the Mate 10 Lite, there is not gonna be any protection to protect the display, versus there's gonna be Gorilla Glass 5 on the Oppo F5. As for the performance, there's gonna be MediaTek Helio P23 6763T on the F5 versus HiSilicon Kirin 659 on the Mate 10 Lite. Both of these chips are using the same 16nm architecture technology, so there's not gonna be a huge difference between performance, but the F5 is coming in a 6GB of RAM variant, which could be faster in multitasking performance, versus there's gonna be 4GB of RAM on the Mate 10 Lite. Storage options are gonna be 64GB on both handsets, while there's also gonna be a 32GB variant of the Oppo F5, which is coming with 4GB of RAM, and on both handsets we can increase the storage via micro SD card. Coming to the camera, and it's gonna be dual lens on the Mate 10 Pro. The main sensor is gonna be 16 megapixels and 2 megapixels secondary sensor, versus single sensor on the F5, which is gonna be 16 megapixels with aperture f1.8. Thanks to those two sensors on the Mate 10 Lite, we can take portrait images, while the F5 can't do that with its rear camera. Both handsets uses face detection for refocusing, and the optical image stabilization is not present. Video recording is gonna be 1080p on both handsets, not 4K like the Moto X4. And as for the front camera, it's gonna be 20 megapixels on the Oppo F5 with 1/2.8 inch sensor size, which is actually quite big for the front camera. The front camera sensor has to be small because there's not enough space up there, but the rear camera sensor size on the OnePlus 5T is the same as the front camera sensor size on the Oppo F5. Means we're gonna have more detail and less noise in low light selfies. So yeah, versus it's gonna be dual lens front camera on the Mate 10 Lite with 13 megapixels main sensor, and here on the front both handsets can take portrait selfies, which is great. At last, for the battery, it's gonna be 3200 mAh on the F5 versus 3340 mAh on the Mate 10 Lite. Wireless charging feature is not present on both handsets, and so does the fast charging. So yeah, this is it for this video. Let me know what do you guys think about both handsets, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.